When you think of the word supermodel, who comes to your mind? Maybe it's Tyra Banks or Naomi Campbell or Kendall Jenner or Gigi Hadid. While all of these women are supermodels, they all have one thing in common: Victoria's Secret. Yes, the legendary lingerie brand. Victoria's Secret, a brand known for its carefully chosen models called angels who represented a beauty standard unattainable to most women, walking on the runway with glittering wings and minuscule diamond cut lingerie. The legendary Victoria's Secret fashion show broadcasted to millions of viewers, with a flurry of top models strutting down the runway in sexy lingerie next to famous pop stars, belting their best songs. It was nothing less than a visual celebration of the top lingerie retailer in the United States, capturing around 60% of the market share at its peak. Victoria's Secret was a brand probably worn or liked to be worn by almost all teenage girls to adult women, and has grown to skyrocketing fame in the 90s to its downfall in the past years, and now to its rebranding efforts. Victoria's Secret has had its fair share of ups and downs. After being sold to Sycamore Partners in 2020 and becoming an independent business in 2021, the brand has lost more than 40% of its value. In this story today, we will see the dazzling rise of Victoria's Secret and how sexism and scandal eventually brought it down. And finally, we will see what this popular brand is doing to regain its glory and bring fallen angels from the dead. So if you are interested in this fascinating tale of Victoria's Secret, then stick around. Back in the day, it wasn't about women at all, and there was no Victoria. The story of Victoria's Secret begins in 1977 with an American businessman, Roy Raymond. He went to a departmental store to shop for lingerie for his wife, where he had an uncomfortable and embarrassing shopping experience. As per him, the saleswomen were scrutinizing him. He also felt that the lingerie he found was ugly and was not sexy at all. So in 1977, with the vision to make the lingerie shopping experience delightful for men, he started Victoria's Secret and opened its first store in Palo Alto, California. He wanted to create a place where men can feel comfortable to shop for lingerie for their wives or girlfriends. Till here it was a sweet gesture, but by 1982 the company, who now had 5 stores in California, was nearing bankruptcy, as this whole concept of sexy lingerie and undergarment was new, and ironically not a lot of women were shopping at Victoria's Secret. The business was then bought by Les Wexner, founder of L Brands, for $1 million. After taking the charge, Wexner turned on Victoria's Secret to target women. He transformed the whole perspective of buying and wearing lingerie. He constructed standard supportive bras but spiced them with vivid colors and distinctive prints. He redesigned the stores and replaced dark-colored leather sofas with softer, more feminine colors. He then took the stores and rolled them out to the malls across the country. The idea worked, and by 1986, Victoria's Secret had 100 stores in the country. The 1990s were the golden period for Victoria's Secret. After achieving success in lingerie, in 1991 they launched their line of fragrances, followed by cosmetics in 1998. One of their most successful products in the lingerie line was Miracle Bra, launched in 1993, that sold 2 million units in the first year only. Victoria's Secret also doubled down on ads with provocative TV commercials. By 1995, Victoria's Secret had more than 600 stores in US, and sales had grown to nearly $2 billion. Same year, they launched their first fashion show. Victoria's Secret tried to redefine the image of a sexy woman, and it was very clear in their ads that they were pushing a very specific beauty ideal. The image was executed by L Brand's chief marketing officer, Edward Rizek, who was put in charge of casting models for the fashion show. Rizek embarked on bigger and bolder shows, and the fashion shows became the identity of the brand. His team handpicked the models, and they were responsible for launching the careers of some of the biggest models: Giselle, Heidi Klum, Adriana Lima, and Tyra Banks. They all ran in the show. After the 1997 show, these models were named as angels. Victoria's Secret angels became iconic. In 1999, the Victoria's Secret show was streamed online for the first time, and it created another history. More than 1 million people streamed in, and the site crashed. By 2000, Victoria's Secret had more than 800 stores across the country and had sales of almost $3 billion. Then in 2004 came Pink, a Victoria's Secret line to target teens. After 2000, the fashion shows became more extravagant, and it featured the most expensive bra ever created. More high-profile models with great influence like Kendall Jenner, Gigi Hadid, and Bala Hadid, along with the biggest names in the entertainment, from Taylor Swift to Harry Styles to Ariana Grande, became the faces of the prestigious fashion show. The Victoria's Secret show was the Super Bowl of the fashion, hiding something new for every year. The shows were a massive investment, estimated to be around $12 to $20 million. By 2006, Victoria's Secret had more than 1,000 stores across the United States and had captured more than one-third of the market. Now the question is that after this immense success, what happened in the next 2 decades that caused the angels to go to sleep? We'll talk about that, but before that, if you've enjoyed the video so far, please smash on the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you are interested to know more about these kind of topics, then please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell notification so that you never miss a new video from us. Thank you. In 2006, Wexner promoted Sarah Jester Turney from Victoria's Secret direct to the CEO of the whole company. Under her leadership, the brand touched new heights. It doubled on profits, opened more stores, and sales grew by 70%. L Brand's stock price rose until 2016. But after almost a decade, in February 2016, Sharon stepped down as the CEO, and this is when the trouble started for the company. Wexner then stepped in and restructured the company. He split the company into 3 divisions: Victoria's Secret Lingerie, Victoria's Secret Beauty, and Pink. He also laid off around 200 employees. He appointed a new CEO, Jan Singer, who was leading the shapewear brand Spanx. But this was just the beginning of the end for Victoria's Secret. While Wexner and Razak were busy in branding and shows, they failed to notice that the trends were changing. Athleisure began to dominate fashion, and Victoria's Secret's bra business slowed down. By the time Victoria's Secret came into the new categories of sports bra, other young brands like Third Love, Think Carry, and Fabletics had already established themselves. By 2018, L Brand's share price had fallen 50%, erasing about $40 million in investors' wealth. Another hurdle came when in 2018, Ed Rizek in an interview with Vogue mentioned that neither plus-sized nor transgender models could sell the Victoria's Secret's fantasy. This created a lot of criticism for the brand. Many news writers and Twitter communities slammed Victoria's Secret. After a few days, Rizek was forced to apologize for those remarks. A lot of people also called for his resignation, which eventually came in 2019. Indicating the change in its marketing strategies, in November 2019, Victoria's Secret announced that it would no longer hold the annual fashion show, featuring its angels. Wexner also got caught up in a scandal after his closeness to Jeffrey Epstein. As per some report, Epstein used to invite models to the hotel rooms in the name of audition, and then he used to assault them. In February 2020, after reports came out in public of the widespread bullying and harassment culture at Victoria's Secret, the New York Times published an article, "The Culture of Misogyny at Victoria's Secret." In June 2020, the Victoria's Secret shareholders also filed a lawsuit against the company. After the reports of harassment, discrimination, and retaliation came out, they claimed that Wexner was aware of the abuses committed by Jeffrey Epstein, and he breached his fiduciary duty to the company, causing devaluation of the brand. In February 2020, Victoria's Secret was sold to the New York-based private equity firm Sycamore Partners for $525 million, with L Brands retaining a 45% of minority stake. Later in 2021, Victoria's Secret spun off from L Brands and became an independent company. There was a time when Victoria's Secret angels were perceived as a gold standard of what beauty was supposed to be. The brand was very notorious of having very strict requirements, like body fat percentage in order to be chosen to be a model. And there was no diversity. All of their models were white, tall, and incredibly thin, yet still curvy, having long bouncy bombshell blowouts and tan skin. While it might seem like a big deal today, these values of Victoria's Secret were normalized back then and almost idealized. But gradually, when the general public cannot connect themselves with the image represented by the brand, a disconnection starts. Same happened with Victoria's Secret. After becoming an independent company in August 2021, Victoria's Secret announced its rebranding and stated that it would create a culture of female empowerment. They included 7 high-profile women to replace the angels to celebrate the diverse beauty. It includes Valentina Sampaio, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and Megan Rapinoe, to name a few. Although we are not sure how this rebranding will go and help Victoria's Secret to regain its glory back, because only having women in the catalog and board of directors cannot change the image of the brand for the long term. A lot of companies today reserve a few seats and positions for women and talk about diversity as well, but they don't welcome this change in culture. Having plus-size women as the face of the show and shooting a few new campaigns with inclusive concepts won't change the image of Victoria's Secret. It will require consistency and authentic commitment and time to fill the scars from the past. So, that's about the meteoric rise and painful downfall for Victoria's Secret. Let us know what you think about the company. Do you think that Victoria's Secret will be able to regain its glory again? Let us know in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel and help us grow. We are trying to bring more amazing business stories to you. Also, let us know what other business stories you would like to see. With that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.